All right. In theory, when somebody was at a certain job longer than you, they should be better than you, right? But then there's these ridiculously easy jobs yet that there's no way they should be not better than you. I mean, there's no way you should even be better than them. But when you are, they get all pissed off about it. How is that possible? I mean, how is it possible for you to be better than them even though they were there longer than you? And you ended up better than them. Whose fault is that, right? But what the hell? Alright, what's up, yins, guys? Time for another video, and I'm gonna go ahead and do another video since I did the video before. This is gonna be another one of those videos where I am talking about the crazy logic. Another workplace that I worked one time. Okay, any of yins guys work in a place, right, where a person who is friendly to you, and then all of a sudden you're outshining them, somehow gets shitty with you, and it is a job that anybody can do, even a real idiot, and not to make fun of anybody mentally challenged, but even they can do better. I mean, in theory, the person who gets unfriendly later or harasses you later should be better than you because they were there longer than you. And you got to wonder, what is it? It's not you. It must be lack of will on their part. They should actually be better at it than you, right? But you're better at it than them. And in your own mind, you're kind of like, you're shrugging your shoulders and like, what the hell? I mean, this... You just noticing yourself in your own mind that you're better at a particular thing than them. This is a video like that, an example. And, well, they get unfriendly and get mad at you for it, and then you get dirty ass looks where you're supposed to read their mind, right? And then they start getting unfriendly and getting shitty with you, all right? So, excuse me, a wind's kind of blowing my hair out the way. But this place that I was at, like, years ago, one of them jobs where you work for an agency, it could be an ongoing job, they'll send you to another one, or you might get on with the company, might not, but ongoing for a while, or also send you another one. But this one was, okay, you're in a plant in Western PA where they prepare slabs of metal and for the paint booth and paint them to make a lot of different items like metal plates. For this place, what they did, they would have a sandblasting room, right? And then they'd sandblast the whole thing so the paint would stick, you know, not just primer it. They would take every piece of metal that was made, already shaped by some fabricator somewhere else. The person in the sandblasting room would get it, they'd sandblast it, then you'd take it, and then you'd hang it up on racks with wheels. Some of them are heavier than others. So, and then you would take these big S hooks and hang the piece of metal. Some of them are pretty long, the carts are wide. Pick it up, hang it on there with hooks, and then you wheel it on over to the guys in the paint booth. And later on, after the next day, yeah, say the guy's done with the paint booth, they scoot the stuff on a floor over here to dry, and the next morning they'd have some of us wrapping and packaging or putting the stuff in crates. But anyway, I'm going to tell you about the easiest aspect of the job, okay? And this is funny why people would get shitty with this. This is a particular thing that they're supposed to be better than you, and it's not your fault that you're better than them. What the fuck is it with them? Are they doing as little as possible and you being virtue signaled? There's like this weird rule. They don't outright tell you, oh, slow down, you're making us look bad, but instead they give you snake eyes or dirty looks or backhanded comments, and then start, you know, being shit. But anyway, I'm going to show you, this is only an example. You know what an S-hook is. On one of these things, this is an S-hook, but okay, you got to picture something a little bit bigger, maybe about this big. And then each piece of metal would have holes drilled in them that maybe there'd be bolts in them, whatever the hell they would do. But you'd hang it by that NES hooks, but then them holes probably used to put whatever together, parts of certain things. Plates of metal, different types. Some of them even have things welded on. But anyway. Okay, so when I explained that to you at the end, when they paint everything and everything's dry and packed, right? You would get a whole shitload of these S-hooks that are about this big that paint got all over them too. And after, a while, they had shitloads of them that you would have to eventually have the paint removed. And this kind of paint, we were take a hammer, and some of them, they let us do it sometimes on the floor, or sometimes you had on the floor, like you'd have a metal plate, like maybe somewhere. They didn't care if you did it on the floor or put a metal plate on the table, or you were on the floor sometimes, because, there was a bunch of us doing it. But anyway, she'd find you a piece of wood or show you whatever. Okay, pretend I got something on the floor. Hammer, right, and a painted up hook, and they're a little bit bigger. Beat it with a hammer, and the paint all, for the most part, falls off. There might be a little crumblies or a little dusting of the paint on there. But say you just, we'd have a slightly heavier hammer. Boom, 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 right? And this is the part where everybody that would get shitty with you, what the fuck's their problem? They're supposed to be there longer than you, or they're supposed to be better at this than you. So anyway, I'm like, I noticed in my mind, like I said too, I'm going this real easy. It's not that fucking hard. Even say some of you watching this that just comes on here to be a lurker that don't like me for whatever reason. You can fucking do this better than these people. I have no doubt. And would I be doing okay? Okay, I'm going like this. Bam, 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 bam. Like hit it a few times on this end. You're holding it by this end and flip it over and bang it a few times. And then, what I mean? Boom, 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 boom. And sometimes you have to, this end, turn it over too. Bam, bam. Bing, 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 bang. Bring. So anyway, I was being able to do it like faster. Weight of the hammer. You hit it just right. A lot of times it falls right off. Bing, 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 bing. Bing, 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 bing. Fling. Fling it into a pile, and it'd round them up and put them in like a tin box or whatever they have, throw it on a carton, and give the whole bunch. And when you're done with them all, you give all the hooks along there, put them back to where, for example, I said in the beginning of the video, I'd be taking these hooks, they'd be all clean, and I'd be using these. I got to use these hooks to do the hanging that I told you about earlier. But like I said, they have eventually paint all over them. You got to clean them off, and this is how we did it. The paint fell off. I'm going boom, 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 fling, boom, 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 fling. And a couple of these other guys that are supposed to be better than you to give you the shitty looks, they're going all ding, 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 ding. Taking real long to do one. And bing, bang, 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 bang. All slow. I'm probably getting like, I don't know, off the top of my head, 4 or 5 of them done for every one they're doing. For every 1 or 2 they're doing. You know what I mean? They're still ding, 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 fling, ding, ding, ding. And I'm going like bing, 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 bing. How fucking hard is that? That gotta tell you that they're not stupid. It's like, I guess it's that, you don't want to give the boss, the man, any kind of thing. They might, slow down, you're making us look bad. And like I said in the other video, even though your boss might be an asshole, and no matter how good you are, say the boss is an asshole, just for the sake of the argument, they're still, when you get a part of a job that's easy as hell, one of the easiest things in the world, any idiot, or even if, not to make fun of mentally challenged, but even a mentally challenged person there's some pretty smart mentally challenged people, I'm just trying to say. I've seen it, I mean. But, I don't know, do like the insurance thing, even a caveman could do it, I don't know, remember that one? But I'm trying to make my point is that's a lack of effort on their part, like some kind of weird ass rule or something. Oh, just because whether your boss is an asshole or not, don't let him get over. But yet, there is a point where something's so ridiculously easy. Come on, you got to do that. That slow. You're not capable of that. Is that lack of capability, stupidity, or is that fucking as little as possible? And then I'm supposed to read their mind, dirty looks, you know, and then dirty looks turned into backhanded comments and unfriendliness and all that. Like, I'm supposed to read their mind like, oh, this was so easy, and I'm supposed to slow down, even go slower yet, so I don't hurt their feelings. But yet I'm supposed to read their mind. And any kind of shit with metal or anything like that, some of you guys out there probably did, I don't know, before you ever got a job as a kid, you know, doing something in a garage or a basement, helping your uncle or your father or something, you know what I mean? I'm just some, you pick it, it's off the top of my head, but if you got anything out of this video, I'm talking about the logic, okay? Where a person that's over at a place longer than you should be better than you. Why are they not better than you? And is it your fault that they were there long way before you were, and then all of a sudden you're there and you're better than them? You shouldn't be better than them, but you don't know why. But they're giving you dirty looks and being an asshole about it. It's like you're violating an unspoken rule that when you get the looks, or the looks turning into backhanded compliments and outright unfriendliness, and you know what I'm saying?